So, man, you gonna ID yourself or you gonna go to jail? Which one?
What happened?
I've already explained it to you twice. So last opportunity before we take you out of the car and put you in cuffs.
My name said. My name said.
Hey, stay in the vehicle.
My name said, so what?
What's your last name?
I just told you my name said.
Go ahead and get out.
Welcome back to We the People University. My name is Abiyah Israel, former police officer and former sheriff's deputy. We're about to take a look at the Jonesboro Police Department located in the state of Arkansas. And we're going to take a look at an individual who was tasered and injured for giving the correct information. Let's watch the video. You're going to see exactly what I'm talking about.
New at 10, a passenger forcefully pulled from a car and tased by police.
You need to turn the music down a little bit. That's
Okay, I'm sorry.
disorderly. Have you been drinking or anything?
I'm sorry.
That's when Jonesboro police approached this car for loud music.
You have your driver's license on you?
The driver was a designated driver because the group, according to Washington, had been drinking. Driver's license in hand, it almost appears the encounter is over until officers notice more people in the car.
You mind rolling yours down?
They don't have ID and question why they're being asked for it since they're not driving.
I need everybody's ID. What's your name? What's your name? I've already explained it. If I have to ask you again, you're going to go for obstruction.
So, man, you gonna ID yourself or you gonna go to jail? Which one?
What happened?
I've already explained it to you twice. So last opportunity before we take you out of the car and put you in cuffs.
My name said. My name said.
Hey, stay in the vehicle.
My name said, so what?
What's your
I
last
just
name?
told you my name
Go
said.
ahead and get out.
And as the news reporter stated, the encounter should have been over. Now, it's common for people when they know they're going out to drink to not bring their driver's license. It's a way of being responsible. I won't bring my driver's license, therefore I won't be tempted to drive home. We have a designated driver. The designated driver was stopped by the police, and not on a traffic stop. The car was literally stopped in the parking lot. They walked over because the music was too loud, at least according to the police. That's what was stated. And so they requested identification from the driver. The driver complied, turned the music down, gave the driver's license. It should have been done at that point. They continued to ask the passengers for ID. And as we already know, as a passenger, we know as a passenger, you don't have to ID. But this passenger decides to give his name 3 times. Then he's pulled out of the vehicle. Just wait to why he's pulled out of the vehicle. It's not what you think.
No weapons are seen, no marijuana, no open container, according to the police report, but there's a definite sense of urgency.
I just told you my name. I said my name is Cedric.
Put it behind your back.
I just told you my name.
I'm not gonna tell you again. Roll over. Roll over.
Hey. Hey.
Roll over.
I just
Watch
told
out.
you. Hold
Watch
on.
out.
You asked. He told
This guy was not violently resisting. No tasers should have been used. He's screaming in pain because of his leg. And as he's screaming pain, you're going to hear the officer say here shortly, he's faking, but he's not. Let's keep watching.
What these officers don't know is that Washington has a metal rod in his leg. That after suffering a car accident and having his leg rebuilt at the Med in Memphis.
It happened so fast. It went from 0 to 1,000 in 2.5 seconds.
He's faking. Put your legs Indian style so you can stay sitting up.
this man do not bend at all.
He just said he's got a rod in his leg.
You want to see it?
EMTs come to check Washington out.
Oh, when you left one? Okay, so
Yeah, that electricity hit that.
Come back.
you're still on.
Huh?
You're still on.
I told you my birthday.
In fact, an officer admits he entered the wrong information.
Make sure you are who you say you are, because I messed up your date of birth. That was my fault. Make sure you are who you say you are, because I messed up your date of birth. That was my fault.
But the ambulance soon leaves and Washington is arrested.
The Jonesboro, Arkansas police officer ran this guy's name. He got a different response from the computer than what the man was telling him. Therefore, they thought he was lying. But the question would be, as a police officer, where would I start? I randomly walk up to a vehicle and I start running your information. I need your ID. This is I believe, an Uber, so I can't just run the license plate. Plus, you're the passenger in the back, and there's a completely different driver. So I can't run that to get your information. Where did I get the information to start with? The foundational information for me to run your name, where did I get that from? Oh, this cop had a previous encounter with this same individual, and now you're trying to go off of your memory and you're trying to run his name, but you put the information in wrong. Now the name that he's telling you, the date of birth that he's telling you, which is the correct information, you thought it was the wrong information, and this is why you respond the way you do. Oh, all because of a stop that should never have happened in the first place. All because passengers who were trying to be responsible and have a designated driver so that they do not drive while under the influence, you stop these guys and they end up, well, at least one of them ends up going to jail for no reason whatsoever. Let's keep watching.
It's always a mess.
Police Chief Rick Elliott says encounters like these happen when the bars close down in downtown Jonesboro every Sunday morning. If crowds aren't cleared out quickly, he says it could lead to more shootings like the one in March on Burke Street.
At the end of the day, and it's what I tell people, comply now and complain later. If you're on a stop or in a situation when you're dealing with the police and you think it's inappropriate, comply with the officer, and then we have a complaint process.
Washington was charged with failing to appear on a previous warrant, resisting arrest, refusing to provide information, threatening with physical force, and public intoxication.
You took me to jail last time.
Indeed, Washington had been arrested before by the same officers in January for driving without insurance, driving on a suspended license, and marijuana possession.
Well, I'm glad I tased you instead of boxing.
I could not figure out what he said at that last portion, but the small part that I think I got, it sounded like he said, "I'm glad I taser you." Okay.
Washington was a pro boxer who now, due to his injuries, cannot fight or play with his kids. Here's why. After bonding out of jail, he was taken to NEA Baptist, where he was hospitalized for 3 days for traumatic rhabdomyolysis.
Rhabdomyolysis is a serious and life-threatening condition also because it's not only the damage to the kidney, but it also can affect the heart, and it depends on the length and the voltage. Taser is a form of electricity that will lead to contraction of the muscles and releasing these muscles enzymes and muscle fibers.
That, coupled with Washington's alcohol consumption the night before, likely contributed to elevated CK levels. You can clearly see the taser probes latch on the leg with the metal rod.
If you hadn't made that contact, we wouldn't even have this situation.
That's why you have people that are designated drivers that don't drink.
If this would have been a car of white people, would the response have been any different?
Identical. White, brown, or black, same response.
Here's the problem with the answer from the chief. The response would have been identical. If it was a white person, a black person, an Asian person, Hispanic person, the response is going to be identical. It doesn't matter. That's the problem. The response should not be identical. I don't care if it's a white person, a black person, an Asian person, Chinese person, whoever. This response should never happen to start with. I don't care who it is and what color they are. No one deserves this type of treatment, to be tasered after trying to be a responsible adult. You're tasered. You're not driving. You don't have your ID on you, but yet and still you give the officers the correct information and they still taser you and leave you with injuries that you have to go to the hospital for, life-threatening injuries. I don't care who you are, what nationality. And if the response is identical for everyone, then this department is the biggest problem on the face of this planet.
Chief Elliott said he did not agree with how Officer Faith Kellerman handled the situation. She was found to be in violation of arrest procedures involving consensual contact. It says an officer may approach anyone, is not required to have reasonable suspicion, but may not take any steps through words or conduct to stop a person's movement, and the subject cannot be made in any way way to participate. Consequently, Officer Kellerman was reprimanded. But that's not enough. According to Carter and Prunty, they want to see the policies changed.
Because community policing is not me stopping you for ID. It shouldn't be. This type of policing is what puts our community in jeopardy.
Washington is now trying to get back on his feet, literally.
I'm back on the walker. That's really depressed. Can't play with my kids like I want to.
All over a night on the town.
So why are we being stopped there? My name is Cedric.
And a chance encounter between a man and officers whose jobs are to protect and serve. Diana Davis, K8 News.
Remember earlier, the officer stated, "Oh yeah, he's faking." Well, officer, obviously he was not faking. There was something going on. This shouldn't have ever happened. And it would not have happened had you guys actually knew what you were doing, know the law, and know your policy, and know that they did not have to identify themselves. They were in no way breaking any law. Again, I just want to say it again. If this is the reaction that you have to everyone, this is horrible. You should have this reaction to no one, okay? This is not a reaction you have to anyone. I don't care color, age, weight, it doesn't matter. This is one of the worst interactions I've seen, and I've seen a lot of bad interactions. But to injure someone, taser someone, and injure them the way that they did, and then say he was faking, still arrest him, and then a part of this is happening because he's giving you the correct information, but yet you're too stupid to realize that, and you're trying to go off of your memory, and you messed it up. And therefore, he goes to jail. The night is ruined. He's injured. He can't continue with his boxing profession. He can't play with his kids the way he wants to, all because of some dumb police officers. But yet, I'll save that last part. Always record the police, because without this footage, we don't know how this will end. Hopefully, there's a follow-up. I'll keep my eyes on this one, and I'll keep you guys posted. Record the police, know your rights. With that being said, we the People University, signing off.
Welcome to The GOAT Debate, the premier online sports debate show where engaging discussions and thrilling debates unfold as we determine who is the greatest of all time in every sport. Be sure to subscribe, call in, and participate. Come and be a part of the conversation.